Well, hello Sagittarius, this is Joe at Divine Daily. I'm going to do a quick what you need to know, what you might want to know, check-in for May. This is going to be a short spread, just a few oracle cards and some tarot cards. Not going to go that in depth. I'm not going to read reversals. How do you know if this is for you? You'll know it because it will just fit with you intuitively. It'll make you feel something, and you won't have to stretch it or force it, to fit into your circumstances. Additionally, if you've emailed me about readings, I've been getting a lot of emails lately. I'm pretty busy for the next few weeks, but if you do email me, I'll keep you on the list and contact you soon. And with that said, this is for Sagittarius. I'm going to pull a few cards, and then I'll tilt the camera down and we'll have a look at the cards and see what's going on. Sagittarius, before I got started, I kind of was sitting and trying to pull in any type of messages, words, pictures, anything that came to me. And it's funny, I kept getting the Doors song, Waiting for the Sun. And I don't know if any of you are Doors fans or know any of their songs, but if you listen to the lyrics, probably one of the lyrics that sticks out to me in there the most is, "This is the strangest life I've ever known." So if this if makes sense to you, it might be just one message for one of you out there. I don't know. But we are going to pull a few cards here and see what we got. We have To the Sea, and this keeps coming up in these quick readings that I'm doing. For some reason, a lot of people doing soul searching, trying to find themselves. A lot of people are looking at themselves and deciding what it is they want to take with them in the next cycle that they might be moving into. And there seems to be a number of people that are just kind of spending more time doing this shadow work. And shadow work is, what is it that you want? What is it that you are afraid of? And what is it that you are refusing to accept? So there's just this element of deeper, meaningful discoveries going on. And so this might be something that you find yourself doing in the month of May. What else do we get here? We have Loyal Heart. And this is another one that's come out quite a bit. Loyal Heart. Where do your loyalties lie? Where do the people around you, where do their loyalties lie? You might be questioning your loyalties. To the sea, the soul searching kind of theme. So you might be looking at who is it that you are loyal to? Where are those around you? Where do their loyalties lie? And there might be some questioning of relationships and people around you that might draw more focus on yourself, what's benefiting you, what's not benefiting you, and anything in between. Excuse me. And we have higher power. Higher power. To the Sea, kind of, to me, is reminiscent of the Hermit card. So you might be connecting more with your higher power, your spirituality, your spiritual practice. It might be something that has definitely been on your mind quite a bit. So probably some soul searching for you. That's kind of what we have here. But we'll see. We're gonna pull one from here, and then we'll do some tarot. That's okay. She of the Lotus, and the lotus flower is a beautiful flower that grows in muddy water. And sometimes the waters do get muddy, figuratively in life, and we have to wallow through them. But even in the hardest times, even in the murkiest waters, something beautiful can still grow. And this is almost, talking about growth in a challenging time, challenging circumstances. So this seems like a very kind of soul-searching type of feeling that I'm getting. And so we'll see what we get with some tarot cards. I'm going to tilt the camera down, and we'll see what we get. All right, Sagittarius. So we talked about this soul searching and really, really digging deep or going deep within. This kind of feeling of finding yourself, growth, even beautiful growth, even in the hardest of times. And these are definitely some interesting times that we're in. These are definitely current events. The whole world just seems to be kind of chaotic, but really, beautiful things do come out of what seems to be dark times. And the first card we have here, we have the World. So this is the beginning of something new for you in the month of May, and this is probably a release. You're releasing yourself from maybe soul contracts. You might be releasing yourself from karmic ties, and you might be cutting yourself loose from others and situations that are no longer good for you or are holding you back. You also have Three of Pentacles, so cooperation. But this, to me, the first word I get, I always go intuitively first before I apply a face value. There's the element of cooperation and working together with people, but then we have this higher power card here. And so if you look at the concept of a creator, who in reality, if you believe that, the creator created you. So there's this call to co-creation with the creator, and being put here to create. We are beings that are constantly manifesting with our thoughts and our actions and our feelings. We will manifest subconsciously things into our lives, and we will manifest consciously. So I think this is talking about a new path that you are going to walk down, and there's some breaking away from things that you no longer want to be a part of in the month of May. And what else do we have here? We have the Ace of Wands. So this is the first step in a new direction. But also, I look at this card here, and that flame is right over the third eye area. And so you definitely are probably going through some spiritual transformation or the beginnings of it. There might be some element of coming out of some darkness and stepping into some brighter times, into the light, especially with the World here. But what seemed like dark times, when we go through things deeply personal, in order to get to the light, so to speak, we have to go through the dark times. I think Carlos Santana said, to get to the brightest of lights, you have to go through the darkest of times, or you have to go through the darkest dark night of the soul to get to the brightest light. And I think this is kind of reminiscent of that. Let's see what else we get here. We're only going to pull a couple more. Page of Wands. So Page of Wands is also about something new. And to me, the wand is reflecting taking action, a new step in a new direction. And the Ace of Wands is kind of putting that idea and that action plan to work for you. So whatever it is you are doing in the month of May, and I think it's cutting away a lot of things, almost like with surgical precision, cutting away things that you are ready to be separated from. And this is relationships, people, places, things. And there's this idea or this feeling of returning to your original intended self, so to speak, what you were intended to be. And somehow you might find that had this epiphany that you've gone so far away from what you were originally meant to be and what you were originally intended to be as a creative being. And I think this is the return to your true self and your true identity. And the Eight of Pentacles. So I love this. This is depicted here with the phases of the moon. And I think this is really talking about spiritual abundance. This is prosperity. from a different viewpoint. This is prosperity, tapping into when you have a healthy heart and a healthy mind and a healthy attitude, and healthy feelings. Then the element of creation and manifesting things takes a whole new meaning, because what it is that you really want out of life, the tangible things, kind of shifts. And what used to be, for example, maybe having that desire, I want a Mercedes, and now the desire is something completely different and not so overdone and keeping up with the Joneses. This is a complete shift, and what you find to be materially important to you is now transitioning into something that is much more meaningful. And finally, I'm going to pull one more here, and we're going to end with that. We have the Four of Cups, and so we talked about leaving behind, cutting away things that don't work for you any longer. And so this is like the Four of Cups, leaving one behind, or leaving three behind and taking one with you. And this might be a little bit tough for you. You might feel a little bit emotional about it, but ultimately you are doing the work. And we talked about shadow work, that shadow work. And I think that some of these things are hard, but they are indeed things that you want very much for yourself. So with that said, those are the few cards that we're going to throw out, and that's just a little quick check-in for me. If you find that this was something that makes sense to you, if it fits with you, to please do me a favor, like the video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe if you would, and share if you find this helpful. Maybe somebody else will find it helpful. So with that said, stay healthy, stay safe, and I will talk to you again. Have a great day.